Welcome back to the Lost Chronicles. Today we're diving into the annals of history to uncover some of the most bizarre and outlandish inventions that, for one reason or another, never quite made it. These are the brainchildren of inventors who dared to dream big, but perhaps a little too weirdly. So, buckle up as we journey through time and explore these forgotten marvels that were just too strange to succeed. Today, we're uncovering 5 of history's strangest inventions that were so weird, they never stood a chance. These are the kinds of ideas that make you wonder, what were they thinking? From bizarre hats to machines you can't unimagine, these ideas were way ahead, or maybe way behind, their time. Some of them might even make you chuckle, while others will leave you scratching your head in disbelief. Let's dive in. Our first stop is the Victorian era, a time known for its strict social norms and elaborate fashion. But did you know it was also a time of peculiar inventions? Let's kick things off with the Victorian Beard Protector. Yes, gentlemen of the 1800s were so concerned about dirtying their majestic beards at dinner, they invented a metal cage to keep them clean. Imagine sitting at a lavish dinner table, surrounded by the finest china and silverware, and then strapping a metal contraption around your face to protect your beard. It's almost like a medieval torture device, but for the sake of cleanliness. Because, obviously, that's less embarrassing than wiping your face with a napkin. Classy, right? Nothing says distinguished like a muzzle for your soup. The Victorian Beard Protector was a short-lived fad, but it certainly left its mark on the annals of quirky inventions. Moving on from the Victorian era, let's fast forward to World War II. During this tumultuous time, some brilliant minds thought, what if tanks could fly? And thus, the flying tank was born, a giant glider with a tank strapped to it. Spoiler, it didn't work. The idea was to create a vehicle that could be deployed quickly and efficiently behind enemy lines, but the execution was far from practical. Turns out tanks aren't very aerodynamic. Who knew? The flying tank was more of a flying brick, and it quickly became apparent that this invention was not going to revolutionize warfare. Instead, it ended up as a very expensive lawn ornament, a testament to the ambitious but ultimately flawed thinking of its creators. Next up, we have an invention from the 1930s that combined 2 seemingly unrelated items, a revolver and a camera. Yes, someone invented a revolver with a camera attached. The idea? Capture a photo of your target right before you, well, you know, it's like Instagram but for your enemies. This bizarre contraption was supposed to document the exact moment of impact, but it's safe to say it didn't catch on. Smile, say cheese, wait! Oh no, I forgot to wind the film. The revolver camera was a curious blend of technology and weaponry, but it ultimately proved to be more of a novelty than a practical tool. It's a perfect example of how not all inventions, no matter how innovative, are destined for success. In the 1930s, people in cities decided babies needed fresh air, so they invented the baby cage. Parents would hang these wire cages out of apartment windows with their babies inside, because what could possibly go wrong with dangling your kid over the street like a loaf of bread? Little Timmy's loving it. He's getting fresh air and vertigo. The baby cage was marketed as a way to ensure that urban babies got enough fresh air and sunlight, but the sight of a baby suspended several stories above the ground was enough to give any parent nightmares. It's a wonder that this invention ever made it past the drawing board. And finally, the radio hat. Imagine walking around with a bulky, antenna-covered hat just to listen to music. In the 1940s, this was supposed to be the next big thing, but let's be real, it made you look like a walking science experiment. I'm picking up aliens, or maybe just next door's weather report. The radio hat was an early attempt at portable music, but it was far from convenient. The large antennas and cumbersome design made it more of a fashion faux pas than a technological breakthrough. It's a reminder that sometimes the future of technology isn't quite as sleek and stylish as we might hope. Which of these forgotten inventions would you actually try? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more ridiculous stories from history, hit that like button, subscribe to the Lost Chronicles, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure. Because history may have forgotten these inventions, but we sure won't. As we reflect on these peculiar inventions, it's clear that innovation often comes with a healthy dose of trial and error. For every successful creation, there are countless others that didn't quite make the cut. But that's what makes history so fascinating. The stories of those who dared to dream, even if their dreams were a little too strange for their time. Take the Victorian Beard Protector for example. It's a testament to the lengths people will go to maintain their appearance, even if it means wearing a metal cage on their face. Or the flying tank, an ambitious but ultimately impractical attempt to revolutionize warfare. These inventions may not have succeeded, but they certainly left their mark on history. And who could forget the revolver camera? A bizarre blend of technology and weaponry that never quite found its place in the world. It's a reminder that not all ideas, no matter how innovative, are destined for success. But that doesn't mean they aren't worth remembering. The baby cage, on the other hand, is a stark reminder of how far we've come in terms of child safety. The idea of hanging a baby out of a window in a wire cage seems ludicrous today, but it was once seen as a practical solution to a common problem. It's a fascinating glimpse into the past and a testament to the ever-evolving nature of parenting. And finally, the radio hat. An early attempt at portable music that was more of a fashion faux pas than a technological breakthrough. It's a reminder that sometimes the future of technology isn't quite as sleek and stylish as we might hope. But it's also a testament to the human spirit of innovation and the desire to push the boundaries of what's possible. So, which of these forgotten inventions would you actually try? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more ridiculous stories from history, hit that like button, subscribe to the Lost Chronicles, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure. Because history may have forgotten these inventions, but we sure won't. As we wrap up our journey through these forgotten inventions, it's important to remember that innovation is a process. It's about trial and error, about pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and sometimes about creating something that's just a little too weird for its time. But that's what makes history so fascinating, the stories of those who dared to dream, even if their dreams were a little too strange for their time. So the next time you come across a strange or unusual invention, remember the Victorian Beard Protector, the flying tank, the revolver camera, the baby cage, and the radio hat. These inventions may not have succeeded, but they certainly left their mark on history, and who knows, maybe one day, your own weird and wonderful idea will be the next big thing. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the weird and wonderful world of forgotten inventions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure. And as always, keep dreaming, keep innovating, and keep exploring the lost chronicles of history. Because history may have forgotten these inventions, but we sure won't. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. This is the Lost Chronicles signing off. See you in the next adventure. Goodbye for now. Stay curious and keep exploring. The Lost Chronicles will return with more fascinating stories from history. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring. Goodbye.